Welcome to Unlimited Live's pre-show, everybody. Join me in the pre-show, everybody, if you want. Please. Please join me. Got some fun stuff to talk about today. Fun stuff. No new Witcher game. Boo. Hello. It's the pre-show. We're going to have Jeff Cerulli on, one of my favorite people. It's very weird trying to look into the camera and talk. Very weird. Very weird to do. So we'll see. So if you're watching this live on Twitch or Facebook, welcome and thank you for joining and watching. We will have a super live element soon, which means, I should I'd like to get a day where I record live every time, except for we have like things going on or any kind of, trips or anything, but I would like to be able to record live every time. So then you guys could pop in and have fun.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But she's a tricky beast. She's a tricky beast. There is a lot of stuff. I'm very excited. Jeff is almost here. Cool. We are live. Very excited. Very excited for Jeff to be live on the show. Hopefully his mic and everything will be set up and it'll be real cool. Real cool. Boom. It's going to be a very fun show. Let's see. Breath of the Wild. Man, I can't wait to just sit and play video games. I don't know how you are, but I know sometimes I just want to sit and play video games, which would be great. And I'm very excited if we can. I just want to play some Ratchet and Clank. I think I'm going to go out and go get myself a Ratchet and Clank game. The new one. And it's going to be a mad fun. It's going to be real fun. Waiting for Jeff to join now. It's going to be very good. I always get nervous drinking bottles of water when I'm recording. Just because all it takes is one little slip and it's trashed. One little slip. I love that one. It really is a great song. I forgot what everything was. So silly. So if you guys are watching live, just waiting for people to join. If you're not going to join, I hope you enjoy this episode that comes out on the 13th. When Jeff joins, just make sure that he's all set up and ready to go. And then we can start this Jimmy Jam off. We could really start this Jimmy Jam off. Hello, I be in 4K. Why, thank you, your mom gaming. Thanks, man. Thanks, man, woman, child, or non-binary, whatever you. Thank you, person. I be in 4K. Yeah, it looks terrible, right? Look at this face. Look at this face in 4K. I have the skin of a teenager. I wonder how much makeup streamers really do. Hey, Jeff. How are you? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Trying to think what's a better look. Probably this. Look, do you recognize the background?
That's the house from what is it? Wait.
Night Trap.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh my god, that's great. You set the Night Trap. The best Sega CD game of all time.
The best one. All right, cool. Man. Let me hasten the
memo about the white shirt. So
yeah, we're white shirt boys. All right, so I'm gonna mute you, and then I'm gonna play the music. We're gonna come in. Hang on. Welcome to Unlimited Lives, everybody. I'm your host, TJ. With me is one of my great friends, Jeff Cerulli, joining the show.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Happy to be here.
It's great to be here, man. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you...
I didn't make it?
No, I'd be so sad. So, hey, man, what a great show we're going to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Video games.
Video games. Me and Brian last week have been doing dives into Mortal Kombat, listening to talking about the fatalities and stuff. Hello, Hannah. And also we're live on Twitch. You got to kind of keep your notifications on. And sometimes I go live like a real JC Cerulli. Sometimes I go live real rogue.
Who's Hannah?
Hannah, I think's from the UK. Your Mom Gaming is Zombie Cancer. And then we have Well Lake.
Also, did zombies get cancer?
I think they can in World War Z.
Was that what that was? I saw that.
No, it's no. They basically, you imagine if they just wheeled people out who had cancer and let the zombies eat them, and then it's oh, it'll spread.
Yeah. What disease? No, it's not cancer. I just checked. Sorry.
No. Oh, it's that. No, it definitely isn't. Hey, dudes.
Let's get into it.
I'm so pumped, man.
We're talking about all the video games ever, right?
There's so much because I was trying to look up old news, but there wasn't. But I know you are still trying to find a PlayStation 5. I think you're done.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait. I'm out on it. I can just wait. I tried to get it. I was for a few months getting on the Best Buy lines and the Walmart lines. And at this point, it's just it's fine. I got Resident Evil, which I played once. I kept to get back into it. I got Resident Evil, which was the big game I was waiting for to play on the 5. And then I just said, fuck it. I got it for the 4. And it looks pretty awesome. But I only had a chance to play it once. And I'm like, you know what? I got that. NBA season's just about done. So I'm not going to get the new NBA 2K for PS5. So I was like, I can wait now. I'll get it next year whenever I can get it. I'm not going to give into the demand right now. I will wait.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling like it.
When you feel ready.
Yeah. When I go into a store and I see it and I'm like, well, should I get the PS5? All right, I'll get it. That's what it's going to be.
I remember the day I bought a was it a PS4? Was it a Switch? I think it might have been the PS4. I bought a system in Brooklyn at a GameStop, right? And it was so nerve-wracking or I think I bought it at Best Buy and they put it in a clear bag. And I'm like, no. Because then you're on the subway in New York with a $400 system. And you're just sitting on the train. I'm like, no one come near me. I kept having to look
under your shirt.
Yeah. I'm like a globetrotter. I'm like, I don't know where it is.
Oh my God, that's so scary. I mean, are you happy with the PS5? I feel is there any reason you need it right now?
Well, I don't think so. You know what the issue with the PS5 is to me is like if you don't have like right now I'm looking at you through my monitor that I bought, and it's like when I hook up the PS5 to this monitor, it looks awesome. But when I'm playing it on the couch, I'm using like a TLC or TCL TV, and it's like the TV's old, it's not good, it's not 4K. So I feel like you having a 4K TV.
Don't tell everyone.
You do have one, right?
Just don't tell everyone. I don't want to get out. I don't want people to come if I'm away. I mean, not a lot of people have 4K TVs. I wouldn't.
I'm sorry, dude.
I don't want everyone to know.
There's someone staking out your house right now for your one 4K TV.
Yeah.
So I think like if I had a 4K TV, it'd be a little easier and I'd be a little more apt to it. But you know what? Like Mortal Kombat 11, I'm playing like a lot and it runs like very quick. So the advantage to having like the PS5 so far is the graphics still look great on a crappy TV, but there's no wait time. Like it's very minimal.
Does it run like a dream?
It does run like a Dreamcast. It runs like a Dreamcast.
Can I ask you a question? With the PS5, how is the blast processing? Is it good?
Oh my God. Let me tell you dude, when I turned it on, I said, wow, look at this blast processing.
Okay. That's important.
I was taken aback, if I may say so.
That is important.
I was taken aback. Like, I sat there, I was like, this ain't your mama's blast processing. And I was taken aback.
Did you say that when you were a kid? Were you like, dude, imagine what the blast processing is going to be like in 2021?
Do you know, I remember hanging out in a treehouse with a bunch of my like boys. You know what I'm saying? Because when you were a kid, you didn't hang out with friends. I hung out with my boys. You know what I mean?
Treehouse?
In a treehouse. And we were, we're playing some hacky sack. And one of my friends was looking at a dirty magazine. And, we were trying to go find some dead kid's body in the woods. But then we kind of got sidetracked and talked about how cool blast processing would be. We were like, do you want to go find that dead kid's body? I'm like, I wonder how much processing power it's going to be when we find it.
Yeah, there's something to that. What kids used to do, they would talk about, stuff in school and dead bodies. And then all of a sudden it would just be like, hey man, can we talk about blast processing?
Yeah, that was a thing that we would hang out with our friends talking about blast processing. And then Zombie Cancer dropped $1,000 on a Sony 4K for the PS5, but he's stuck on the PS4.
What is that? What happened?
It means like he spent the money on a 4K TV thinking he was going to be able to get a PS5 within like a couple months. And now, he just has a great TV that he's watching,
I'm out on it. I'll wait. I'll get it when I want next year.
I mean, I'd like to know how much blast processing in the PS5.
How much blast processing?
Let's see in the PS4. I don't know how to read this. This was where Ian was good because he would know.
Ian would have it queued up.
Ian would have it queued up and he knew what blast processing was. It's like a video game console over its nearest rival. What is it? Was marketed? Oh, blast processing.
I don't think it was a real thing.
No, was a marketing term coined by Sega to promote Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Over its rival SNES. Oh my God. Is that why you said it? What makes the Genesis the superior machine? Quote, it has blast processing.
Yeah, you don't remember this?
No.
Oh, yeah, that was a big thing. They would promote Sega came up with a strategy that they're like, it's faster. So we'll say it has blast processing. So then the entire ad campaigns became about that Sega has blast processing, Super Nintendo doesn't. But it was kind of like a made up term. It didn't really mean anything.
I wonder how many like Nintendo execs were like stressing out, like we must find blast processing. So I don't know. I mean, the thing about the PS5 is like, me and you tried like Battlefield 2024 it was announced for the Xbox and that's the console. So me and you will never get to play Battlefield 2024.
Are you okay with that?
I just don't know how much blast processing I'm missing out on. I don't know, man. Me and you tried playing Battlefield and it was super confusing.
I didn't like it.
No, it was, Call of Duty was easy to jump in and play.
Oh my God.
And I feel like, I'm tempted tonight for us to try to get a small group to try playing Call of Duty.
It's such a
but for anyone to know, it was me, Jeff, and our friends. We have a little group of friends and it was our game. Like we played all the time.
The shit out of it. We played the shit out of it.
There was so much blast processing going on. It was the best.
It was just coming out of the game. Anyway, it's just it runs
Confusing.
so poorly now that
Oh,
I mean, like you're getting kicked out of games. Now the glitch, split screen glitch, that if you play split screen, you don't have a gun, you can't see your gun, you can't aim. It's such a shit show that it's amazing that like a game that we still like to play that we all bought, you
Yep.
can't really play it online now because it's just too glitchy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty like, it's gotten like, oh, I love like it's Night Trap. It's gotten like, yeah, it's gotten just so bad with like, you can't play it. It's become unplayable.
Yeah.
And
we had
it's
so much
not
fun with it.
Which one?
We had so much fun with it. It was like such a
Dude,
thing during this pandemic.
we had a blast. We were even thinking about playing Battlefield to like supplement because
it was a blast processing.
it was a blast processing. Nicholas Fonte says, I remember when getting PS2 for the first time, the graphics time were amazing with renderware. I wonder if that has a thing. Oh, yeah. And also, Zombie says, why doesn't Jeff have video game retro podcasts? He's so knowledgeable. You really are I like to call you the blast from the past person.
The blast from the processing.
Yeah. Because you're so good at like remembering the weird things. I'm like, oh my God. So
did Zombie check out our show, the 3DO guys?
Oh, I don't know. If no one checked it out,
check out you can go to the website, Panasonic3DO.com. And me and TJ, this guy to my left, we did a web series where we were the promotional host for a show that was on late at night on MTV for the Panasonic 3DO, a failed video game system from the mid-90s. And we were really jazzed up, and we were hosting, and we'd have guests come on, and it was like a real clusterfuck of a show. Awesome. What the Panasonic 3DO was, but the best part about it is I got the website Panasonic 3DO. Okay, you know about it. Okay, there you go.
I love that you found it. And also, just on a side note, I don't know if me and you had the show together when we went to Yestercades in Jersey, which was incredible. Super fun. Dude, we got to do another trip before Brian McGinnis leaves. Like, we got to try to do one more, which I can easily get to, So we went to the place, but I remember trying to play 3DO. I remember I asked the guy, I'm like, can you give me the 3DO? I want to play it. And the guy was like, I remember he didn't want to do it. He was like, all right, man. I mean, are you sure? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I mean, I'll give it to you. Are you sure though? And I go, yeah, let me try. And it was just impossible.
It's so bad. It's so slow and choppy. But that was, when you were a kid, that was like luxury. That was like, wow, a CD gaming system, and it's like $500. It was like so absurd.
Yeah.
To just get wiped out by the PlayStation.
It was so bad. Basically, when I got it, I was like,
let's go, dude.
And then the second I started playing
I don't feel very good.
It just was so bad. It was so bad. So Battlefield, me and Jeff tried to play it, and they're having bots now, so you can play alone, because it was to wait on a game where it's like, trying to get 50 people together or more was just, it was out of control.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't like it. I mean, I was willing to try. I'm willing to try anything. What's the game you got? Your game? Yeah, Overwatch is okay. I don't love it, but we can play it. It's fine. Like I didn't take to it. I wasn't that charmed by it.
Yeah.
It's like a whole legacy to it. There's the whole like, ooh, I'm the charmer and I'm gonna charm everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. I like more like Call of Duty, where you're just like, you get your guns, you get your ammo, you get your stuff, and you just go around shooting, and it's like very limited story, and that's what I like.
Yeah, which makes sense. And I think for that game, like I was saying, like you could play Soldier 76 and just shoot and just kill.
Yeah.
But in Overwatch now, like, you have to do like the way you have to play as like a medic a couple times to then like be able to. Yeah, you just have no interest. So Battlefield,
you got to pay your dues. You got to pay your dues, and then you can get in the union, and then you can get the good Overwatch jobs.
Yeah, but it's so funny. But it was true. It was like we wanted. So then we tried Battlefield. It was overwhelming, confusing, and just now it's going to be stuck on the Xbox. It's like, well, whatever, dude. Like we'll never play it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
You done
But
fucked up.
You done fucked up. Well, the whole thing is when you're trying to play Battlefield and it's trying to search through how many people have blast processors and it's finding no one, you can't do it.
Get the blast processing. If you want to do anything in this world, you got to get the blast processing.
Somebody ping that guy. We need blast processing. And they pinged him. Were you a fan, as an avid filmmaker as you are?
Hold on.
Bless you. Were you a fan of the Transformers movies?
As a kid?
No, as a adult.
When did they come out? When we were adults? I had Transformers. I had pretty much everything except I didn't have that many G.I. Joe. But I had Transformers. I had GoBots. I thought they were very similar. And then I found out as an adult that people get very mad at that. And I was like, I played with both. I liked Leader 1. What was
Psykill?
So hated.
Yeah, Leader 1 and Psykill.
Just didn't have a lot of G.I. Joes, but I had like Transformers, He-Man, GoBots. Was there a He-Man equivalent to the GoBots? Like
I don't know. I know G.I. Joe had like rip-off stuff. The whole thing about like that whole GoBots Transformers was like I think it was like oh my god, I used to know the history. The rich history. It was something like GoBots had a show. GoBots aired first. And then Transformers like aired like a close second. But Transformers had a toy line already because it was a mix between the Microman series and this other Japanese series. And they basically like Hasbro found those and was like, this is awesome. And then they had the toys ready. So they released the toys, but then GoBots, I think, released the cartoon first. And it was this race between then Transformers was like, well, we need a show. And then they threw a show together when GoBots had a show, but then GoBots is like, oh crap, we need toys. And then that's why my impression of, let me get something to show you of GoBots, which drove me crazy, was like, let's say this was your oh look, it's a flying saucer toy, and then it was like, and now it's a robot. Like you just literally showed the bottom of the toy.
Yeah, that still doesn't explain why you have so much hatred in your heart for GoBots.
because like GoBots were like, my mom bought me a GoBot when I wanted a Transformer, and I was just so bummed. I had the helicopter. I think it was let's see what the helicopter. Yeah, Coptor.
Was it Coptor? Do I remember that correct? Was it Coptor?
Oh my god, I don't know. I would love if you did. GoBot helicopter. I could pull the image up too. No, that's not it. They're trying to make it look good, but no, Coptor? It was. Yeah, here it is. Oh, here it is. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, what was the name?
Wait, let me see. Oh my god, you're right. Copter.
Okay, Copter.
Let me see. Open image in new tab. Watch, I'll pull it up.
Copter. It's the same. So, it's the same shit, man.
No, man. No, man. Stop. I
did have Transformers, and I wanted the gun one, and I wasn't allowed to have it. No, the gun.
The gun. Megatron.
Was it Megatron?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted that one, and my cousin had it, and I thought it was really awesome. And I asked my mom for it, and she was like, "No," because she was always against guns, guys. My mom was always against guns, and she was like, "Wouldn't even toy guns," and she was like, "No," but I would have liked it.
There it is.
Oh, was that Copter? I had that.
That was it.
Why is it against the ruler? Like someone's measuring their penis. This is a hot 3 inches of Copter.
Oh look, Brian McGinnis is here, live from Mommy's bedroom.
Live from Mommy's bedroom.
Hannah thinks it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you
what does Hannah think is awesome? GoBots or that Brian's in Mommy's basement?
I think Brian's in Mommy's basement. So I'll try to explain it for the audio people.
I had that, man. Where are my GoBots? I gotta go.
I had that too. So you could also, I stream this on the Facebook group, Unlimited Lives on the Facebook page on Facebook, and then the Twitch and the Twitter. So you could go back and did it. But basically, with the helicopter,
The blade was very cheap. I remember that.
The blade was cheap and flimsy, and with the rotor blades, the blue rotor blades was the feet. So then these would stretch down, so he'd stand on the rotor blades, and then the silver arms, you could see his arms are on the bottom, would flip to its side, and then on the bottom of the toy was the face.
Yeah,
like it was awful.
Sounds like a great toy.
No. Oh, here we go.
How are Transformers any better than this? It's the same
because
thing.
Transformers, because they didn't, they were lazy. I think they weren't lazy. Transformers had even Bumblebee, it would the back feet would fold out, the arms would come, the tire shoulders were the front, and the arms were the shoulders, the shoulder and the hands were the tires. It would pop out, and then his head would flip up. It just, the toys were just done better. Here, hold on, watch. This is what it looks like. And
I wanted the McDonald's Transformers. They were always out. Always out.
Oh, they were awful.
With that, they came with a Happy Meal. They were very hard to get.
Ah, crap. Let me see if I could.
That's Copter.
Copter.
That's Copter Del Reno.
If you look at it, it's just the bottom of the robot was underneath.
It looks like a cone head.
It was awful. And then the copter part would come off and he would hold it as a weapon.
Yeah, that's why it was so flimsy, because it came off.
Oh,
man. I think it's splitting hairs here. I don't think Transformers were any better. I think they were the same shit.
Dude, they're so much better. So much. And then they came out in 2017 as the movie.
The GoBots movie?
No. Transformers. But they're making a new one.
Oh, it's important.
Called Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
And it's gonna be with Optimus Primal. The Transformers. Did you ever see that Beast Wars? It was animated. It looked of the times.
Yeah.
It looked of the, and the toys were all animals.
Did you have Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah,
I love Garbage Pail Kids. I still have some in my apartment right now. I've got them everywhere I've moved. It's like the one thing. I have some old Nintendo cartridges and Garbage Pail Kids and some VHS tapes that I just won't part with.
That you won't part with?
No. And then
it's going to be worth something someday.
It will be worth nothing, but I have some original Garbage Pail Kids.
They're always worth nothing. Yeah, this is Beast Wars.
Yeah, I don't know these guys.
I mean, it was just
oof.
It was of the time.
Looks like real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle rejects.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Hey, what about Shredder has a cousin, and he kind of got a little toxic waste on him, and he's mad at Shredder, and that didn't make it, so it's Beast Wars.
Now it's Beast Wars. Well, Ron Perlman is going to be the Optimus Primal character.
Hellboy?
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast?
Hellboy.
Oh, you know him as Hellboy? Sorry, I know him as Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, really? Oh, I know him as a City of Children, the French character. When he was at. And it's going to be directed by Stephen Caple Jr., who did Creed 2.
Yeah.
That's going to be...
They should get the guy who did Creep 2.
Yeah, why don't they get the guy that does Creep? Yeah, Creep 2 was awesome.
Weren't they both awesome?
Dude, Creep 1 and 2, I just rewatched them not long ago, and I was like, Dad, these are really good.
It's hard to do found footage at this point because it's been done so much.
Yeah.
But Creep 1 and 2 both worked for, taking that genre, doing something kind of a little different and super fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And Brian said they called him Vincent from Beauty and the Beast. They named him Vincent, not Beast. How great is that?
I mean, why doesn't Brian just come on the
so silly. We're going to be, after me and you have this,
I can chat in.
After we do this episode, if anyone here wants to stick around, then me and Brian are going to do the Mortal Kombat one. If you want to jump
overtime,
MK2 for overtimes.
Brian has us on while he does work, it's old timey radio.
He's hanging out with my friends.
He's drinking a lemonade. I'm in TJ's dad's bedroom. Now, you know what? I mean, you're not. So
we know you're
not true. So we wish you wouldn't.
We wish you wouldn't
say such things.
Yeah. So they you never played Smash Brothers, right?
I didn't have. I mean, that was big when like it was on the 64. I didn't have the 64.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really have any of the Nintendos after that. So yeah, I kind of missed the Smash Brothers craze.
Yeah, and did you ever play like Tekken?
I liked Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I didn't get too into the other fighting games. So like Tekken and Virtual Fighter and all the other ones.
Yeah, Tekken
didn't do it for me.
Tekken was like fun. Like I loved Tekken 2. That was like one of my favorites was Tekken 2. But the reason I say is that the ultimate DLC on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they're gonna bring Kazuya from Tekken.
Oh my god.
They're bringing like a Tekken guy.
Imagine
he's an adult, by the way, fighting like chubby Kirby and baby Mario and stuff.
Nintendo really just like it. They just have these characters, and then they just, you know, like Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. It's like, let's just take all the Mario characters, not really do anything that new with them, but we'll just put them in different situations.
Oh yeah. They really like, it's like they get like so lazy. Yeah, they're just like whatever. Like,
not that Sega didn't do that with Sonic. Sonic was in like Sonic at the Olympics, and you know, there's plenty of like Sonic spin-off games, but
yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Sonic Team Racing. There was terrible.
Yeah.
There's Crash Bandicoot had a racing game. It was like Crash Team Racing, and it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. But it's just, I find it very funny when like Nintendo just starts pulling, you know, it's the same thing with Mortal Kombat 11, and everyone's like, oh, my dad's favorite DLC characters, because it's like Spawn, Rambo, Terminator. So it's like people say that they're like,
this is for cool dads.
Yes, for cool dads. Some
dad DLC.
You know, Spawn used to be a toy.
We got
cartoons.
Johnny Unitas. We got Colin Powell. All the people your dad likes. A lot of people from the Civil War. We got General Lee.
Yeah.
We got
we have Crosby from Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
We got, check this out. We got Tom Petty. You can download Tom Petty.
Hey, it's Keith Moon DLC.
The Doobie Brothers. We're just naming shit now.
The Doobie Brothers DLC is coming out. Oh, the Bee Gees.
I want more games like that. I want more like, you know, the Doobie Brothers. Like, why was there not a Doobie Brothers game for dads? And dads can't, you know, play games.
I bet your dad plays it. And he's like, Jeff, tell me when there's a Columbo DLC on Mortal Kombat.
Columbo would be a good game. This is what I want. I want games. The only time these games get made is when someone makes them as a joke. Like when someone made the Great Gatsby game and you go on and play it, and it's like, you know, it's, you just use the keyboard and it's funny. It has like funny music, and that's what I want. I want more games like that shouldn't be games, but they're real games. They're taken seriously. Like the Columbo game. I want a Columbo game.
I want a Columbo game that like you hit A to turn around to say one more thing. You're like, it's a quick time event, has A flashing on the screen. One more thing. What I'd like to know is, why were you parked outside the house when the girl was murdered?
This is all set up for you to do your Columbo impression.
What's for me to do my best Columbo impression? A Columbo game.
I want that. That's what I want. HBO Carnival, the game. That show.
Oh my god! You know, I was just telling my girlfriend how like
Carnival
was so good the first season.
Yeah.
And then wasn't the thing that they weren't given a third season, so then they kind of were like, HBO's like, you got to wrap it up in season 2, and they're like, oh. Like they built all this suspense in Carnival, and then just in season 2 they're like, hey, remember that really cool weird thing? It's this.
Yeah. And then I remember it was like, I saw a few episodes of the first season. It was fine. You were into it.
I loved Carnival. I thought it was like a weird.
You wanted to join a freak show.
Oh, dude, I wanted, when they say run away at the circus, I didn't dream about that, but there were moments I'm like, man, that'd be kind of like when you watch Carnival, I was like, man, that'd be cool to be a dude who just drives like tent spikes in the ground, and then, you know, I like herd the elephants in, but I could drink whiskey all day.
Yeah.
And I enjoy whiskey because I hate it now, but like I enjoy it because I'm like a guy from the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like
that's the life.
Yeah, and then like you don't sleep with women like in between the towns just because like I think in the 20s people didn't really do that. So you just hoped you found love, and then you could like you hope you meet some dame that comes to the Carnival, and then you're like, hey boss, I think I'm gonna stay here and start a life. And your boss is like, yeah, there's like 50 of us. Yeah, fine, do whatever. I don't care. And then you get to stay, but then like you try to build a life with this woman, but all you know is driving spikes in the ground.
Yes, you don't
So
know.
then, you try to like assimilate human life and maybe like I don't know, work at a hardware store, but all you know is nails and that's it. And then the hardware guy gets mad, and then then you start daydreaming of running away with the circus because you used to be in the circus, but you want to be back in the circus. I mean, these are the things I'm talking about.
You're speaking my language here. And
Yeah,
what happened with the dames? Where'd all the dames go?
What happened to the dames? I don't know. I feel like there's just no dames anymore.
No.
I also miss like the circuses. Like even though like I know, like not the animal abuse shit, but like I like the clowns and trapeze.
And the bearded lady.
The bearded lady was awesome. I would always get tips on my beard with her. It was great, dude. Carnival was pretty good. You should watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna start that up.
Promise me you'll watch it.
Guys, I finally started watching Carnival. The HBO show from 2000.
Guys, you ever seen this great show called Carnivale? Bobby Carnivale. To go see it. I want to ask you.
Yeah, ask me something.
I want to ask you about this.
Ask me anything. AMA.
All right, good. Did you see the movie Avatar?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I'm excited for the 20 sequels that are coming.
Do you think you'd be excited when you get a PS5 to play Avatar Frontiers of Pandora?
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think people are going to go see these Avatar movies? Because when it came out, it was kind of a novelty, the 3D movies. So I feel like that was the appeal of the movie, was like, check it out. We're using the latest in 3D technology. It wasn't a great movie, but that's what carried it. Now that's done. No one cares about 3D anymore.
Yep.
Is this movie going to have any appeal? Are they going to be in 3D?
I mean, the thing that's weird to me is you're making a video game.
Yeah.
And like the developers are like, we're trying to make this game as immersive as possible.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to bank on virtual reality or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it's like if you put Avatar on, like you can make it as immersive as you want, but everyone's still going to go, is it Avatar? No one cares about the Na'vi, and no one cares about it. Like,
yeah,
the movie was good. The movie wasn't good. The movie was fine because it was in the theater. And like Hannah Keene said, it was okay. And yeah, it was okay. It wasn't terrible.
Fine. It was fine. It doesn't merit 7 sequels.
No,
like, look at the photo they put out with their like Avatar 2 coming out 2022, Avatar 3, Avatar 4. It's hilarious that it's like,
it's hilarious.
Are they going to have the money? Like, are people going to pay to see this? Especially what's going on with the theaters now, where it's like you need a special kind of movie to get people out.
Yep.
Like there has to be a reason, because otherwise it's just going to be streaming.
Well, like for example, like I told you, like me and like we want to go see Black Widow in theaters.
Yeah.
And the reason is like, there's just numerous, like I want to try to see it either in Lincoln Center at the IMAX, where it's a huge theater, we're doubly vaccinated. We could do, if we could wear a mask in the theater if we want, like we could do whatever.
Depends on who you talk to.
Depends on who you talk to. Do your level of safe and what you want to do.
We all, that's here at Unlimited Lives. We want everyone to be safe.
Just be whatever you want to do. So in that term, like I'm fine with going to, checking out a theater. I went to a theater mid-pandemic by myself. And I went to, it's called like Movie Tavern, and it's in Pennsylvania. And I saw Tenet.
Yes.
And I saw it it was a 1 p.m. showing in like rural Pennsylvania. And I had the theater all to myself.
Yes. Amazing.
No one was there. The only thing that was awkward was because of COVID, you couldn't just buy beer at the Movie Tavern. you had to have food.
Mhm.
So then I purchased like a Caesar salad, right? And then the woman poured me a beer and I go, great, thank you. And I go in the theater and I sit down and drink it. I, take my mask off. I'm looking around nervous. There's no one in the theater for real.
Uh-huh.
No one. And every time I'm looking at the door, waiting for people to come in, no one showed up in this theater at all. No one.
Yeah.
And I drank the beer and then I was like, I'm going to get another beer. And I walk in, I was like, hi, can I have another beer? And she's like, I'm sorry, you have to buy food with it. I was like, oh, I did. I bought a Caesar salad. She goes, no, for every drink. And I ended up spending like $80 on like 4 beers.
How many Caesar salads did you get?
Dude, I walked out of there I walked out of there with like 6 doggy bags of Caesar salads.
You brought it
I had
home.
Caesar salad for years. Let me tell you about blast processing. That toilet got it hardcore.
Blast Caesar salading.
Yeah. So you're right about it takes
Everything.
a certain, like, I want to see Black Widow in the theater. I want to see Suicide Squad in the theater, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen 2 movies since they've been back. I saw Quiet Place 2.
Yep.
Which was so bad.
In the theater?
Shit. It was such a piece of shit movie. It was like they took they did it already. They did exactly what they did in 1. The most interesting part about Quiet Place 2 was the opening credits, where they were doing a flashback before shit went down. It was interesting. Then all of a sudden the credits hit and now you're just in modern times and they just rehashed what they did in 1. And it was the same movie and it was like, this started interesting. And then it honestly was like just kind of lazy, just kind of writing of like, let's not develop the backstory. Let's not get into how shit went bad. Let's just do more of Emily Blunt and her family out there with these like, creepy crawlers. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, this is not good. This the first one was fine. This was not good. So we saw that.
Like, you thought they were quiet in the first Quiet Place.
Even quieter. So that was why I had such passion for the film of like and I think people get too crazy about like, film criticism and stuff. And it's like, it's just either you liked it or you didn't. But I was just like, you had something interesting. And then you went away from that to just do a one that's not as good as the first one. And then we saw Zola.
What was Zola?
Weekend. It was the movie based on the Twitter thread.
What?
It was the Twitter thread from like 5 years ago about the girl who like went down to Florida with the other stripper, and then they had like a crazy adventure. And she was like one of the first Twitter threads. It was like 142 tweets, and people were like captivated by it. And the movie was okay. And the theater was pretty empty. But if we saw Fast 9, it probably would have been packed.
Oh, my God.
There's a demand for the movies. I still think people want it, but it's just got to be something specific, like a Black Widow, Fast Furious. People like are excited about. It's just streaming. Like everything is just going to be streaming now.
Dude, I went and saw Fast 9 at the Alamo Draft House.
You did see it.
Yeah, with me and 2 of my friends, and it was one of the it was like you go in knowing it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you're like, this movie is going to be cars and psychotic or whatever. I was more shocked at the writing and the choices they made in the film.
Wow.
Over anything they did with a car.
Wow.
Like, driving a car that then catches a vine and they swing across a ravine was less shocking than like choices they made in the writing that I'm like, what like people related to people that there's no way on earth they're related. That's all I'll say, just so people can watch.
Quit Dude, that movie.
It was bad. But I mean, like, it was fun to see it in the theater. Alamo's fun. You drink and get food.
Alamo's great.
It's great, but it was so.
Did you have?
Huh?
How many Caesars did you have?
I had about 6 Caesar salads because, you got to get it with food. So what sparks your interest that we could talk about like 1 or 2 more things, but look at the doc. I want to know what sparks your interest.
The escape key?
What's that? The escape key?
It's like your doc was all like how to do stuff.
Oh, you have to go up. You scroll. It should be up.
Okay, here's what I'm seeing. It says hotkeys, copy, cut, paste.
Yeah, scroll down, and I got stuff highlighted, but you see it's like Aliens or Cyberpunk, Diablo.
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk, they're doing. It's coming to PS4
Oh,
with
it's coming back?
it's coming back with like a huge warning.
What is the warning?
Basically they're telling you that the PS4 Pro and PS5 versions will provide the best experience. But
Okay.
if you PS4, it's gonna be a shit show. Like, so now if you bought the game for PS4, you still can't really play it on PS4.
It's so funny.
You just have to like wait until you get
What a
PS5
mess.
or get a PS4 Pro.
What a mess, man. That is so funny.
I mean, it's just like I played it on Cyberpunk on PS4 for maybe, I don't know.
You were into it.
Yeah, I mean, no, I was into it with, it's funny because Brian, I want to talk to Brian later on today, but like I was into it with Stadia because it was very easy to play
Yeah.
on Stadia. And there wasn't really issues. Oh, there's there's Brian. Stadia.
Stadia. Wow, Brian is just when you think he's gone, he's still listening for Stadia.
Yeah,
Brian
he's
has Google alerts that anytime someone says Stadia, he gets it, and then he gets to come in and defend Stadia.
He's like, I love Stadia.
We all like Stadia.
Yeah,
We all like the idea. We like Stadia in theory.
Did you know our Stadia argument is coming up in the calendar?
Oh, when is it?
August, I think Thursday.
It's in August?
It's Thursday. This Thursday is our Stadia argument.
Oh, wow.
We get to see where we're at.
Oh, Stadia chat Thursday. Oh, I can't make it.
Well, that's fine.
You can't make it either.
No. Oh yeah, I can't make it.
Oh, there you go.
We'll
Stadia, will it make it or will it not make it? Let's get into it.
That's where we're. Let's see if there's anything. That's where we're at. Oh, you're doing Stadia.
That's the Stadia thing. When you buy, they're like Stadia.
Stadia.
Are you in or are you out?
How much blast processing is in Stadia?
How much blast processing are on those Stadia servers?
I think with Stadia, what I want to say about that is just just to let you know where it is. It is in the box.
Wow.
Like, I don't even have it hooked up anymore. And Stadia hooked up as the Chromecast, I could just have easily linked to this monitor and just sitting here, and I can play it. But I packed it away. Maybe I'll unpack it whenever.
What do we do about that?
It's just I don't know. I have a PS5. I want to play things on my PS5.
It's like it. I mean, this is kind of how the way things are going. It's like everything is like in the future. People are going to own less things, homes, cars, and obviously that's going to go to like consoles and things like that, where it's like it's going to be, you don't really have DVDs anymore. You don't have CDs. Everything's streaming, so it kind of fits that mold of like, why do you want a console when you could just get a controller and it's cloud gaming and it's like you don't have to, load things and it moves fast and like it sounds awesome. It's just I don't think the software is there for it, the games, but the idea of it is like that seems like where it's going. It seems like Stadia will probably fail and then there'll be something else down the line in like 5 years, 6 years that's like this is what everyone does now.
Well, the thing about it is like
my humble prediction.
Well, the thing about it is like, look, Brian's mad. He's like, bye.
No, but it's like I'm saying it's a good idea. I don't care about Stadia. I don't give a shit about. I'm not, partial to, Google or anything, whatever. But I think that idea is really good. But I don't see the need to get that right now. Where it's like when you get you want a console, and Brian has a console for a reason.
Yeah,
if
I think also
Stadia, you would, you'd be like, well, I have Stadia, that's it. But it's like you have consoles for a reason.
Well, it's also that Xbox is taking over the concept.
Yeah,
they've already stolen the concept, so now
like they could do it. Microsoft.
They're already trying. I think they're trying to do it in the realm where you could like open your laptop and like go to Xbox.com like on Chrome or whatever, and then hook your controller up to your laptop and then play any kind of 4K, like whatever. Like they're already taking the idea. But I think with Stadia, I think it's the same thing of like they don't have enough exclusive games. They have a decent library, but they're not going to get like after we're done recording tonight, I'm going to go and physically buy Ratchet and Clank for PS5 and play it
at the store.
At the store, I'm going to go to the store.
How are you going to get there?
A vehicle.
Wow.
And I'm going to physically go get it.
Wow, dude.
Which is like, it's just like there's no exclusives. It's a weird ethereal system that I think is, and I've talked about this before. The PC gamer people will not get Stadia because they build their own rigs. The console gamer doesn't really care about Stadia because you get the same thing on the console you're using.
Yeah.
So, and then someone who isn't a gamer at all, I don't know why you would dive into Stadia when you could just, get a PS4 or 5 or whatever Xbox. Yep. And then again, like it falls down to, oh my God, Brian has like a headache. Brian, what's he doing? I wonder if he's mad at us about Stadia. Brian, if you're here, are you mad with us about Stadia?
It's like a ghost. He's like a ghost. You're trying to have a seance. You're like, Brian, tell us if you're mad.
Poor guy. Oh my God, he said off the record. I guess I just defeated the off the record.
Brian, if you're mad, please change my background to Sewer Shark.
Please change. Oh man, I was bummed.
I mean, no ill will towards Stadia at all.
I have it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, no ill will.
It's great, but there's an attestment to I enjoyed it, and it's back in its box because I'm gonna play stuff on PS. I'm more excited about PS5. To Stadia's defense, Jeff, if I didn't have Stadia, I wouldn't have played Cyberpunk at all. So to its defense, I loved Cyberpunk. I thought it was awesome on Stadia. It ran quick. It ran easy. There was some glitches, very minimal. You don't have to worry about like updating a video card. You don't have to download updates. So there's a huge plus for it when I was floating in between, that.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's like, like I hope, I mean, I don't want it to fail. It's just, I don't, it's a weird system, very weird. Well, did you have fun, Jeff?
You see these thumbs?
Jeff, if I was gonna what is it? If I was gonna like look up the blast processing code and there was a Twitter handle hidden, what would it say?
Everyone should go to Panasonic3do.com. We got our web series.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then for all the other stuff, you can follow me at TJ Del Reno. You can follow the show at Unlimited SXM, and you can follow all of us. And then like we're gonna have me and Brian are gonna record Brian McGinnis from Playable Characters Podcast, who is popping in and out of this stuff. Me and Brian are gonna get another MK2 moves list podcast like we did for MK1. It was super fun, Jeff.
Yeah.
We talked about fatalities and how much they hurt. It's great. It's a very fun little side thing me and Brian are doing. I love it.
What about babalities?
Babality? Yeah, we're going to talk about friendships, babalities, everything. All right, dude. See ya. That's so fun, Jeff. Blast processing is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And by the way, this episode was brought to you by 4 blast processors. And that was really fun.
Doing my finger exercises.
Your finger's doing cool stuff, and it's going up and down. I can't wait, man. All right, dude. I gotta go. I got a ton of Caesar salads waiting for me.
You gotta go buy Ratchet and Clank.
I have to go buy Ratchet and Clank and then some Caesar salads.
Where are you going? GameStop?
I'm gonna go to Best Buy. I have a gift card.
Oh, so you're back in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I'm back in PA, baby.
Okay.
Caesar salad capital of the world.
The Caesar salad capital of the world. All right, dude. I'll see
you. So fun, man. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope I'm gonna see what Brian's doing. All right, dudes, you're the best. Jeff, I'll talk to you tonight. And thank you guys for watching. And when me and Brian are going to record the MK thing, keep your notifications on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, because we're going to stream it live like I did this show with Mr. Beautiful Brian McGinnis. All right, see ya.